for a little baby. And that is to finely slice the garlic. Now I want you to notice very clearly what I said, finely slice. You must not grate and you must not crush. Because if you grate or crush, too much juice comes out and you'll burn the baby's feet. You'll blister their feet. We don't want to do that. They'll heal, but you can't put garlic on it again for about a week. So can you see what I've done here? I've got a fine, a little length of cloth, and I've got 2 fine slices of garlic. And then, could I have your hand please, Jamie? And we're going to pretend Jamie's hand is her foot again. The garlic does not touch the feet. So this is a little foot. So I've folded it over again, as you can see. And then we're going to wrap it on the baby's foot.
How many layers of cotton in the garlic foot?
1. Only 1 layer between the foot. And then you put a little sock or a little bootie on, and you'll find within a few minutes you can smell it on the baby's breath. Because the biggest pores in the whole of the body are on the bottom of the feet. And I have done this many times and I have never burnt a baby's foot. Thank you. But my sister, only 2 weeks ago, her little grandson, he was only about 6 months old, had a bad cold. So she decided to do a really good job and she crushed it. And she put it in the cloth and put the cloth between it. Within 20 minutes, the baby was screaming. They quickly pulled it and it had burnt the bottom of the feet. So I stress. Now I've got a new book that we're hoping is going to be out in the next month. We're hoping, called Sustain Me. And this book has all the natural remedies in it. And so when you read about the garlic on the feet, you'll find that I say it about 3 times. Finely slice it, don't crush it. And I've got some good news. I rang my daughter last night in Wisconsin, and while we're speaking, my book has been delivered to her house. And so that website I gave you, that's the Self-Heal by Design. They're unloading it as we speak. So if you contact www.mistymountain.usa, you can order the book.
How long do you leave that garlic close on the baby's feet?
You might leave it on overnight. You might leave it on for a few hours. My little son, James, when he was 3, he used to often get very chesty. So I used to wrap the garlic on the bottom of his feet, put his sock on and put his little shoe on and run out to play. And every step, what's happening? Squeezing a little bit more juice. See, having a fine slice just allows the juice to slowly, little by little bit, be released. Now, at the end of the day, it was time for his bath. I take his shoe and sock off, and the slices of garlic, they looked like bits of dried out leather. There's not 1 drop of juice left in them. The body knows what to do. Remember Psalm 104 verse 14, God gave herbs for the service of man. That when that garlic juice goes into the blood, it goes right where it needs to go. It'll help to clear the head, it'll help to loosen the chest. And so it's a great way of getting garlic into little ones.
On that story of Peter the other day with his asthma, and you said you did hot and cold treatments on his chest.
Yeah.
Would the garlic have been helpful?
Well, I know that I'm guilty of information overload, but all these little things that I did were not helping Peter. And that's when I discovered Peter had severe physiological asthma. It would take the edge off, but it wouldn't do a lot. And this evening, we're going to be looking at water treatments. And water treatments, nothing gets an effect as quickly as water treatments. And so usually with a child with a cold, this will have an effect. But with Peter's severe asthma, I had to go a little bit further with his. But this will certainly bring a little relief. But it's just that with Peter I found it wasn't doing what it did with the children with just their usual colds. So that's what you can do with garlic. Garlic is high in sulphur. And so people that may have stomach ulcer or irritable bowel, they might find the garlic a little irritating when they take it internally. So they can use it. They could even wrap, for an adult, you could wrap 10 slices of garlic on the bottom of the feed. So that's one way to get the garlic in without irritating the lining of the gut. Or, if they have a bowl of soup, they could crush the raw garlic into the hot soup, and that boiling water, very hot water in the soup, will just take the edge off the raw garlic, and eaten with the soup, they might find that that will not irritate. So what I did a few weeks ago when I was in Germany, I would have a slice of sourdough bread for breakfast. I would put olive oil on the bread. I would put a whole crushed clove of garlic over the whole bread. Then I would sprinkle cayenne pepper on it. Then I would put avocado on it. And then I would put sliced tomato on the top. Very nice. So I called that my antibiotic sandwich. And I was drinking hot ginger tea. So I was actually doing all this, but probably I didn't have it in the drink, but I was taking all of those herbs through the day. So that's what you can do with garlic.